Hello, and welcome back to Biblewood's Bible Corner. Today, we're going to be reading Acts chapter 13, verses 10 through 18, starting with the English Standard Version. And said, "You son of the devil, you enemy of all righteousness, full of all deceit and villainy, will you not stop making crooked the straight paths of the Lord? And now, behold, the hand of the Lord is upon you, and you will be blind and unable to see the sun for a time." Immediately, mist and darkness fell upon him, and he went about seeking people to lead him by the hand. Then the proconsul believed when he saw what had occurred, for he was astonished at the teaching of the Lord. Now Paul and his companions set sail for Paphos and came to Perga and Pamphylia. And John left them and returned to Jerusalem. But they went on from Perga and came to Antioch and Pisidia. And on the Sabbath day they went into the synagogue and sat down. After the reading from the law and the prophets, the rulers of the synagogue sent a message to them, saying, "Brothers, if you have any word of encouragement for the people, say it." So Paul stood up and, motioning with his hand, said, "Men of Israel, and you who fear God, listen. The God of this people, Israel, chose our fathers and made the people great during their stay in the land of Egypt. And with uplifted arm, he led them out of it. And for about 40 years, he put up with them in the wilderness." All right. New Century Version. And said, "You son of the devil, you are an enemy of everything that is right. You are full of evil tricks and lies, always trying to change the Lord's truths into lies. Now the Lord will touch you, and you will be blind. For a time, you will not be able to see anything, not even the light from the sun." And then everything became dark for Elymas, and he walked around trying to find someone to lead him by the hand. When the governor saw this, he believed because he was amazed at the teaching of the Lord. Paul and those with him sailed from Paphos and came to Perga and Pamphylia. There, John Mark left them and returned to Jerusalem. They continued their trip from Perga and went to Antioch, a city in Pisidia. On the Sabbath day, they went into the synagogue and sat down. After the law of Moses and the writings of the prophets were read, the leaders of the synagogue sent a message to Paul and Barnabas. "Brothers, if you have any message that will encourage the people, please speak." Paul stood up and raised his hand and said, "You Israelites, and you who worship God, please listen. The God of Israelites chose our ancestors. He made the people great during the time they lived in Egypt, and he brought them out of that country with great power. And he was patient with them for 40 years in the desert." Okay. So, here we see God's power still at work, demonstrating not necessarily to show off, in fact, not at all to show off. God's power was at work here to show the people that they don't really have control. This one guy was trying to deceive everyone by saying that God's word is not real, this, that, and the other. Well, Paul says, okay, at this moment, you're going to be blind. It's not going to be permanent. You'll be able to see again, but not right now. So, Immediately he goes blind. He's trying to find someone to lead him by the hand, and from the sounds of it, he's not finding anyone to lead him by the hand. Well, the governor, proconsul, whatever you want to call him, he sees all this. He's amazed. So then he starts believing in God, and from the sounds of it, again, he wants to learn more. So I don't know how long Paul and the crew stayed there, but after they left and made their way to Antioch, they continued to spread God's word. So, with that, what I would like to say for today, focus on God's message, focus on what God's will is, and God's will for us is to spread his word. And we will find people that are fully ready to accept it, like the governor or proconsul, whatever you want to call him. He was fully ready to accept it. We will find people that they want nothing to do with it, to the point of making everything out to be a lie when it comes to God. So, work on being direct, but yet using a Christ-like love when talking to both kinds of people. I hope you find encouragement in this, and I hope you have a wonderful, God-centered day. Bye.